Alright, focus. There we go. So, coming out to you live here in the back of my 2001 Oldsmobile Intrigue. Put this thing in the trunk just not too long ago. I also got some other parts, but it's just car parts for my car. I had to get a new blend door because the blend door that's on it is 20 years old and it's starting to go. And some other things like essential fluids like other essential needs like the brake grease, the medium thread locker. I also got some copper NECs in my house. And we have a blend door for my car, like I said, for the climate control system. Now I got new brake hardware for my dad's car. Pads, rotors, and calipers. All the coated ones for the rust-prone areas, such as this state, which everything gets rusty. So let's go ahead and open up this box here using another thing other than the house key to peel all this tape off here. So much freaking tape on here, it's not even funny. All the way from Washington State. Yes, the Washington State, not Washington, D.C. Although pretty soon D.C. will become a state. I'm not sure if that's true or not. It's apparently like the first thing, it's rumors, but I think they're voting on something for statehood just recently. And I'm not sure if it passed the Senate yet because, well, I think it actually did pass, but I think once everything gets signed to order and everything, then it should become a state. But I'd say Puerto Rico should become a state as well, because they're part of the United States. Territorial. Let's go ahead and pull this box in. Try not to break the light bulb that's in the trunk of my car here. The only trunk light that I have in here. Ow. So I have to move the motor, put the motor oil on top of the thing so you guys want to see my address on there. Privacy concerns. Okay, so I got the power cord. It is on double rack. The Wyse computer. At least something to be desired. It could use a lot of cleaning and everything. So here's the back of it. Over here is the see it there. Alright, so the back of this. So if you guys are just tuning in, right now I'm doing a live stream of the unboxing video of the computer that I got from eBay. This Wyse WY-2108, 8 MHz 286. So over here, this is the backplane. The SBC card. It's the 4P4C keyboard connector. Like I said, it's a 286. And over here is, I believe this is a BNC connector. I think this was like a server at one point in time. I can tell probably because of this. This is the SCSI, external SCSI DB50 here. So it's probably used SCSI drives and everything in its time. Video card and parallel card at the same time. Multi-IO, serial parallel, internal hard drive, and floppy controller. But this one, it might be for this, but I'm not sure though. Only one way to find out. Let's go ahead and turn around so you can see the front. I'm trying to be everything. I'm trying to stay with two hands, but I'm not holding that. Okay, so here's the front of it. This is the status LCD. You have the reset button. I think that's the time and date. Speed. I think that's also speed. I'm not sure. This is power. The floppy drive here. So it's a 1.2 megabyte, I believe. So yeah, this is the Wyse computer, and there are 8 sets of screws, I believe there's. Man, this thing has a little ding on it right here. No big deal. I can fix it. It was like that when the seller did that. The seller had pictures of it. He had a little bit of a ding right here on top, so it's no big deal. So I got 4 sets of screws right here. There are 2 other ones right here. I'm not sure what the purpose is for those. Only one way to find out. But once I get this computer inside my house, as soon as I get off the clock, or what have you. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some look inside to see if there's any problems with it that could be causing it to not turn on. Take out the EGA video card that I have in my compact portable 1 system and plug in the MCE2 VGA adapter and plug it into the monitor itself, the VGA monitor that I have. See if it posts and everything. And my next initial plan is I'm done with the well, almost done with the project board I'm making that converts the 4P 4C to AT. I just have to solder the wires for the data, clock, voltage, as well as the ground. And then add the shielding thing around it as well. So that way the keyboard will be working without any problems. But other than that, it's getting close here. So once I get everything all situated, everything should be good to go. I just had to order a RJ9/10/22 cables from Amazon. So that way I can hook up the keyboard to it and everything. The power switch, like I said, it's up front. This is a 286. So this is actually my first 286 computer. My initial plan for this computer is to do some test, diagnostics, and see why it's not turning on. I'm sorry, not showing any video, something like that. It could be just because the video card, the person didn't have the appropriate monitor to test it with, because it is a 9-pin D sub connector, which is weird. Well, not weird, but it was the norm back in the 1980s up until say early 90s when VGA started rolling out. Actually, it was late 80s that they did the VGA. So anyway, that's just the overview. And what way are the Wyse workstations interesting? From what I can gather, it's just an ordinary PC. Well, the Wyse workstations, well, back in the old days, I think they used the SBC variant, and you could use it as either as a terminal server or terminal client, excuse me. But that requires connecting it to this BNC here, which I believe that was for the terminal system, as either the server or the client per se. This is actually my first time getting something like this. Now Wyse is still around, but it's Dell branded now these days. It's one of those very thin clients. I've seen those everywhere. When I was out somewhere, I saw something like that. I'm like, this is very interesting. And you either have an operating system on it, or it will just connect to a virtual operating system via over the network. And this does look like an ordinary PC though. You can't. I think this is like a backplane system, and then you have the SBC card, which is here. So theoretically, you can upgrade it to like a 386 or 486 or 386 or 486 per se. But it's going to be a fun project to work on. So for now, I'll just have to Actually, yeah, it does. So, I'm wondering when I plug this in and everything, see what happens when I plug the video card in and everything. And if it boots up, then I'll know about it. But, more to that later on. Anyway, I gotta run. I have some errands to do. Um, and yeah, I remember when, LGR bought coins. I got the PS2 Model 30. They had that particular card in it, so it's actually pretty cool to see something like that. So anyway, I gotta go run some errands. Thank you very much for watching.